So you want to create a print-on-demand Etsy shop, but you feel a little hesitant because you don't necessarily have the design skills to actually compete in a large space like Etsy. Well, in today's video, I'm going to share with you how to create amazing print-on-demand t-shirts without having a ton of design skills, and how you can actually speed up this process to make multiple t-shirts in a short amount of time. I'm going to share this all with you coming up next. Welcome back to the video, my friends. If you're new here, my name is Jay, and on this channel, I teach you how to make passive income online by creating and selling your own products. So if you like content like this, then consider subscribing to my channel. Now, the main tool that we're going to utilize today to speed up our design process is Kittl. So Kittl is a great tool if you are struggling creating print-on-demand designs and you really want to have more graphics, more style, and more flair to your overall design. Again, this makes it so easy because they have a great AI tool that you can literally type in a prompt and it will give you some things to utilize. But they have some great things in regards to making basic text elements to make those things stand out even more. And with their unique templates, you can go ahead and utilize and redesign your own product. This makes the process so easy and allows you to create products very quickly with having all these useful tools right there in front of you. Now, make sure to leave all the details in my description box below, along with a discount code for you to see if this is best for your print-on-demand business. So before we create our design with Kittl, we definitely want to jump into Etsy and see what type of products are in demand. You should always do this research first before you design your product, so you know you're not wasting your time. You are creating things that you know will sell because they're selling for other people. All right, so here I am in Insight Factory, and I like using this tool because it gives me immediate data in regards to what is selling in the past 7 days and what has even sold in the past 24 hours. So our specific niche that we're going to get into is teacher test day shirts. I believe this is a great space for you to sell here in the month of May. We have the hot sales signal letting us know that 45 out of 62 listings had sales in the last 24 hours. And so I can go down here and actually see what particular listings had sales, just not today, but in the last 7 days, as this will let me know what is currently trending now. So it's a trend with testing day t-shirts. As you will see, there is a lot of text on the t-shirt. This is going to be extremely useful for us. So when we jump into Kittl, we want to create a text-based design, but we want to use some of their useful tools to make our text design stand out even more. So here is another quick example of what I mean by in this niche. It is heavy in regards to text-based design. Again, this shirt says, I can't answer for you, but do your best on the test. And so again, you don't have to have a lot of graphic designs on here or tons of elements. But again, I think we can do better in regards to our text-based design with the different type of features we have on Kittl to make our design stand out even more. Again, 23 sales in the past 7 days. And again, it has sold today. Now, this retro style teacher testing shirt is also doing well. And so again, we definitely want to combine some of these things together to recreate our own design. I think taking this phrase here, make yourself proud, is something we can utilize in this retro style design, and definitely adding some textures here to fit our overall style that we see in front of us. And so let's jump into Kittl. Let's go and find something similar to this, and let's recreate this particular design in our own unique way. All right, so as we jump into Kittl templates, you can see they have a ton of things for you to gain some inspiration from. Just because we're using a text-based design does not mean we can't utilize any of these templates. Again, I love to just grab some things that fit my overall style. In our case, we are doing a retro niche, and then just eliminate these elements here and just really have that particular font in place already. So again, you can go down here and see which ones work best for you. You definitely want to start off with a template, as that will make your design process so much faster. So here is the template that we are going to use for our print-on-demand product. Now, again, it is always helpful to go ahead and utilize one of Kittl's templates, as this will help you, have some inspiration and never start from scratch, but have some things already on the canvas. So some things that we're definitely going to use here is just this retro style font, as well as the curvature to this overall phrase. We're going to go ahead and eliminate some of these elements here because we want to bring our own retro style elements into this entire design to fit what we know works on Etsy. All right, so the first thing I definitely want to do is go ahead and erase some of these elements here, because I know that we are going to use our own. Even in regards to these retro style flowers, we want to go ahead and utilize some things that's in Kittl to really make this stand out from this template and bring something new into the Etsy marketplace. Now our phrase that we're going to use for this t-shirt is going back to our phrase here, and it says make yourself proud. So let's go ahead and try to do this here and recreate this text. All right, so now we have our phrase, make yourself proud. And what is extremely helpful with Kittl is that we have this cool little curvature here in regards to our phrase that we can actually change and manipulate to even be more, in line with what things we're looking for. But I think just the default of what we have works out well for our overall design. Now from here, we definitely want to align this up the way that we want, make some things bigger and smaller. And from here, we want to add in some elements to really bring out this overall retro design. The one thing we definitely want to add here is some retro elements to finish up our entire design. Now, Kittl has a ton of things we can utilize for us to actually create these things, and they actually have the AI tool for you to actually plug in some prompts if you are looking for a specific element that is not visible on Kittl. But in our case today, we just want to head over to what Kittl has here. And the only thing you got to type in is a retro type sign. So we know we do want to do the peace and love sign. We have this element that I think will work out well for us, so we can plug that in here, and we want to go in here and actually find another type of retro style element. All right, so here are the elements that we're going to use for our design. One of the things I like to do is just place my elements on the bottom and just look and see how I can utilize this on my design and make sure everything is lined up in regards to color. All right, so now we have our elements placed around our design the way that we want them. And now I want to go in here and actually change the color of our font, because I definitely want to stay true with these font colors here and try to bring out this style into our own design. So let's jump back into Kittl, change the colors to fit what we have in front of us. So if you want to go in and change the color of your font, you can simply click on your word, go to text color. We can change the color here to whatever color we want to use. In our case today, we definitely want to stick to the colors that we see to work well. And so you can go into the hex code for a specific program like Canva and actually grab in the pick tool and actually pick out the color there, so you can get the exact hex color or the color code for that particular design. Now we want to remove this background. Only thing we have to do here is click the background, go to the color, just hit this little option to make it transparent, and now we see our design here in front of us. Now before we conclude our design, I think it would be a good idea to go into Kittl textures and just add in a texture to this overall design to just bring in more style to what we have. Easy way to do that is go to the left hand side to textures and just pick one of these textures here up front. I think just the default one is extremely well for us to utilize for our design. Now, when you click on this, you may think this is just doing something wrong. You definitely want to head over to the settings and turn on clip content. What this will do is just make the texture go around the content that is on our canvas and not the entire background plus the content. So when I click this on, you will see that the texture just wrap around our design and not the overall canvas that we have. Now, if you do want to change the opacity in regards to how much of the texture shows on the content, you can definitely turn the opacity down. And again, we have that here, or just go to normal. And again, that will make this a little bit more, easy on the eyes in regards to how much is visible in the shot. So we definitely want to head back over to our texture and select Cool Burn and increase this opacity, as this will show up well when we upload this to our print on demand provider. So if everything looks good here, we can go ahead and download our entire design. We want to remove the background and save this as a PNG file so we can upload this to our own mockups, as well as upload this to our print provider. All right, so here is our finalized product on our mockup, and I think we have done pretty well with keeping true to what is working in the Etsy marketplace. But again, bringing in that unique phrase here, make yourself proud, to this retro style design. Again, we are still staying true to what we found to work well on Etsy. And again, you want to be led by data, so you know that whatever time you are spending designing a product is proven to work well for you. Because again, bringing in this unique, phrase that we know is working well, 20+ people in the cart, getting tons of sales, we know that our product has a huge opportunity to make sales because we are fitting into the space that is proven to work well for others, but again, bringing something new into the marketplace. So as you can see, creating this simple base text design is really easy to make with Kittl because everything literally is right there in front of you to speed up this design process. And by finding demanding, trending items in Etsy and merging those design elements into your own creative way using what Kittl has to offer, really allows you to make amazing designs without having a ton of skills. Now, if you want to learn the next step of how to create a full Etsy listing for your print-on-demand products like this, then make sure you click this next video here. And if you want to learn more about how to make passive income online, then make sure you subscribe to my channel here. As always, my friends, my name is Jay, and I will see you in the next video.